What is up, everybody? It's Joe from JLD Games coming at you with another cool video. We're going to be talking about Planet Coaster 2 today, but today I am in a Planet Coaster 1 sandbox, because obviously I don't have Planet Coaster 2 yet, as it doesn't release till November 6th to be exact, but I wanted to talk about something amazing that we're going to be able to do in Planet Coaster 2 that I think not too many people, I feel like people are talking about, but not talking about how much of a game changer these types of features that we're getting in Planet Coaster 2 are, and I kind of want to visually illustrate it here in Planet Coaster 1. Now, obviously, I can't make it function in Planet Coaster 1, but what I'm talking about is being able to attach scenery to track rides, coasters, and flat rides. So if we go to like a tracked ride or something, because I'd imagine you'll be able to attach scenery to all rides, including tracked rides. Even not, if you can do it, just do it on coasters, that'll be good enough. But imagine just placing down, using, say, this car tracked ride or something like that. But imagine this. You attach this, and you go to your attached scenery objects and everything. So you're going to go in, and you're going to attach, say I don't like this car. Say I want to animate something else. So basically, you might know where I'm going with this. So let's say I want to take one of my favorite car models that is not animated, and I want to attach it to this. So let's go ahead and get some wheels on it. Whichever ones go with this one. Anyways, well, let's say I attach a car. Obviously, again, I can't do it in Planet Coaster 1 because it's Planet Coaster 1. But let's say I have this car attached to this underneath here. And let's say I want to just animate this car. All I have to do is sink this underground, as long as we're still able to sink stuff underground in Planet Coaster 2 like we can in Planet Coaster 1, like stations, as long as it's fully under. And I create a track for this going around my park or whatever. So I could make a thing like this. You can, with this particular tracked ride, you can actually create a pause piece, and you can actually have it pause for however many seconds, like up to 60 seconds. You can do that. And this just opens up the possibility of animating and creating parking lots. And this is just one example. So I could actually take any cars that I want and animate them using this system with attaching scenery. Just think about that for a second. Like if you're a realistic builder like me and you like to build, have parking lots in your park, you can animate these cars like that now. Beforehand, I was actually using this piece and using these cars, but now we can choose anything, or we could even create our own using scenery. Like we don't have to use a car piece. I don't know if there'll be cars in the scenery builder. They probably won't at launch, but if we have the pieces, we could actually probably build our own out of scenery pieces, and you can build anything and animate it using this kind of system. So if you want something to animate around your park like this, it's going to be possible with this kind of system, and you just have to hide your the track underneath the terrain and everything like this, and it will follow that path. You can use a coaster, you can use this, you can even use flat rides, you can do whatever you want. Now, with that being said, we can go above and beyond. There are also pieces in Planet Coaster 2 that are animated, so we have animatronics in Planet Coaster 2 that allow us to attach scenery to them as well. So if you haven't seen those before, say like this is just an example, we have pieces that rotate in Planet Coaster 2, like this, but we can actually attach scenery to it, and you can attach that to a coaster as well, as far as I'm aware from what I've heard. So like I could have something spinning, but also animate with my tracked ride as well. So this opens up so many possibilities. I know a lot of people have also talked about them wanting to have stuff like parades in the game, which is something that, you know, very well could come to the game, but if it's not, this allows us to create something like a parade if we wanted to, that could drive across our paths. The only downfall, if it's not a function in the game, is that guests won't stop and watch it probably, unless maybe you attach an event sequencer maybe, and have an event sequencer attached to it. So that's just something to really think about. Not only does this have so many possibilities, you can probably, if someone very smart, could potentially, using like the animated like moving pieces, you could create your own custom flat rides, which wouldn't be functional as in like guests could ride it, but you could visually make rides look like they're moving around. Using the event sequencer, you could, time it of when it starts and stops, so it would have a point where it stops, and then you could animate it. So we're going to have so many tools at our disposal to actually create animations and animate, just scenery in general. You can animate any of the scenery except for grid pieces. So that opens up a huge possibility of what we could build. I hope we have cars in the game. If not, maybe it'll come through a DLC later on, but I hope we have something like cars, because that would be a huge game changer when creating like parking lots and stuff like that for the game and everything. So I would absolutely love that. We already are getting the bus, which we could already use as kind of to make our parking lots come alive, because I'm sure there's no like parking lots in the game, like functional parking lots, but I would love to be able to animate it and make it look like a real parking lot. And we're going to be able to do stuff like this. It's going to be incredible, and I can't wait to see what people dream up with this, because with the tools we have in Planet Coaster 2, I think our creativity is going to explode with the amount of stuff we can do, like being able to animate things just inside the game like this. If you want to move something, you just attach scenery to a ride, and you can sink that ride underneath the ground and just animate it and just have it testing, and you can set like a dispatch interval potentially or something like that, or something along those lines, or you could do like a minimum ride loader time, and that's how you can time it of how often it moves out of the station. So if I was doing say a parking lot, I'd probably have the station underneath the parking spot potentially, and then, or you could do like a pause moment. It doesn't really matter. Or you could put these underneath the tunnel, like say if you put like a tunnel that where the road initially comes out of, and just animate your cars going in and out of your parking lot. I think that would be so cool. And if it's a track ride like this, you can literally just add multiple cars to it, obviously. So we can add another car, and we can attach maybe a different car to it. That way we don't have to worry about collision with our cars either. So they'll actually like back up against each other. Say if you have like pay toll, or you have a little parking lot booth where you have to pay for parking. You can have them stop there, and the other ones will line up behind it, potentially, if you're able to figure that out. That would be amazing. So just think about the possibilities we can have with this kind of system and the animation to things, because again, we have animated pieces in the game that you can attach scenery to. So if there's an animated scenery piece, I don't know if it'll work for every animatronic or anything, but like it might just be specific ones. But there's a lot of different ones. There's a spinning one, there's one that goes up and down, there's like a few different animated pieces that you can attach scenery to and animate your scenery with that. So it's not just coaster cars and also just flat rides. There's actually animated scenery pieces that you can animate your scenery outside of it, and you can attach those to coaster cars too. They've confirmed that. So you can attach animatronics to your coaster cars as well, so they can animate at the same time. So if you wanted to do, say, like a parade, you could create a float that is attached to the car, but you can also create like a rotating piece or something and just have like stuff animating off of that float. So I could have like little characters jumping up and down using the animated piece that goes up and down, and attach everything I want to it. So the possibilities are so endless when it comes to, I don't think people understand how powerful of a feature this is in Planet Coaster 2. Like this is beyond game changing, insane. Again, we can scale items too. Like it's just insane. The amount of creativity and everything they've given us with the animation, because we're going to be able to animate stuff pretty much custom animate anything we want. Now, I do not know how much of a limit, if there is a limit on how much you can attach to a coaster car. So I don't know how detailed you can get when attaching scenery. So like if I wanted to create my own car, how many pieces can I attach to a car in a coaster or a tracked ride or something along those lines. But just really think about the possibilities, and I think before the game comes out, you guys could really think up and dream up the ideas that you can come up with for these types of things. So I didn't know if you guys really would think about this, but this is a cool idea, I think, that I wanted to bring to everyone's attention, that you guys are going to be able to do so much in Planet Coaster 2, and I just wanted to kind of visualize it here in Planet Coaster 1 on how this would kind of function in Planet Coaster 2. So hopefully we do get some car scenery pieces so we can animate some cars in our parking lot. I think that would be incredible. And if the wheels are separate, you might be able to animate the wheels too. If you have like a rotating scenery piece and you could just attach the wheels to it, you could actually rotate the wheels. So if you wanted to go that far, it's definitely something I'm going to test out once I get my hands on the game on November 6th. So stay tuned for that, of course. And we're so close to Planet Coaster 2, guys. But let me know in the comments section what you guys think and what ideas you have for this kind of stuff. Like, obviously, we can animate so many things now. It's going to be insanity what people are going to be able to come up with in Planet Coaster 2. I think, again, a lot of people are underestimating this feature. I think a lot of people know how amazing it is, but you thinking outside of the box and using it for other things too, like animating cars and parking lots, or animating other things, you know, like parades and stuff. You're gonna be able to do stuff like that. Just in general, it's gonna be a huge game changer. So just think about these things, and I think that the community is going to eat this feature up, and we're underestimating how powerful this feature in the game actually is, because it's going to allow us to do insane amount of animating in our parks and stuff. So anyways, I want to hear your guys' ideas in the comments section, what we should do about this, and I think it's going to be incredible. So anyways, make sure you have a great day, cooler tomorrow, guys. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that join button if you want to see my videos early, because members do get early access to my videos. But yeah, I want to hear you guys' thoughts and what your ideas are when it comes to this type of feature. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day and cooler tomorrow. Thanks and goodbye.